Hello guys. Today, I thought since the Pokemon Direct was just here, we're just going to, really quick, watch through it. It's not that quick, and we'll kind of discuss on the way, because, first of all, I missed the first part because I'm dumb. Two, I think there's some pretty interesting things in this Nintendo Direct that I think are worth discussing, and just, look at. So, he begins talking at some point pretty soon, I guess. Oh, no, too much.
Footage.
Okay, we're here. So we get a nice little, 2006. That's 14 years ago. I just want to tell that 2006 is 14 years ago. Is that a mystery dungeon? I missed this. Is that a new mystery dungeon game? I never played it, but that would be so much fun to try. I did not expect this!
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX.
Well, anyone want to play Mystery Dungeons at some point on the channel? Because I've never played through one. That could be fun. That could be our first, real playthrough on the channel. Could be down. I'm down. Are you down? You should be down. I was not ready for this. This is not the part that we're discussing, though. It's the thing that comes after. I just haven't watched it. Also, I will warn, I have no idea how the background level is compared to my voice.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team DX.
We don't know when it's coming out? Is that no date?
It's been about 15 years since Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team were released for the Nintendo DS and Game Boy Advance systems in Japan. But now they will gain a new life as a Nintendo Switch title.
That would be a lot of fun to
Pokemon
play.
Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX will be released March 6, 2020.
Oh, that's pretty soon. That's not even 2 months from now.
What's more,
You ready for that?
we'll release a demo version on Nintendo eShop, available later today. You'll be able to carry over your save data to the full version of the game once purchased, so please take this opportunity to get a sample of the fun.
Come with a little vote. I'll have it down the...
For the other topic,
not description.
I think we'll ask Game Freak
Not in the description, in the comments, whether or not, we should play the demo first or just wait until the full game, because it is only 2 months. So we'll have that, because I am definitely going to play it, because I've been so curious about Mystery Dungeons, and now we have a chance to
share
play
it
it.
with
That's
you.
pretty dang great. But now to the
Mr. Masuda, Mr. Omori.
actual
It's
part,
all yours.
I guess. To the actual part. Pikachu and Eevee, who would have thought?
Hello everyone, I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Hello, and I'm Omori, also from Game Freak.
We hope everyone has been finding something to enjoy in the latest entries to the Pokemon series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, since their release last November.
Let's actually point to that.
Our goal is always to deliver lively new adventures that delight Pokemon trainers around the world.
We did our best to fill these titles with fun activities so that our players could have a fulfilling
Quality
experience.
fall.
And the Galar region is a vast one.
Let's just, make it actual good quality.
We suspect you've had many new discoveries and fun encounters along your adventure.
Definitely.
We've been thinking about how much we'd like it if everyone's Pokemon adventures could go on even longer, with more to dig into and new discoveries to explore. We've been working on plans for some time, in fact. This is why we at Game Freak are now developing the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass. Downloadable expansions for the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games that will be available for purchase from Nintendo eShop.
Until now, we've sometimes released new titles set in the same region as previous games, such as Pokemon Platinum version or Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. This expansion pass will be different from those games. You'll be able to set out on new adventures using the save data you're already playing with.
We're in the thick of development now, but we've prepared some footage for you so you'll be able to at least get a feeling for what new experiences await you.
Before they go into the footage, this is the first thing here, because does that mean that we get no more enhanced versions, but instead begin to get, DLC? Which in and of itself, that's a whole debate in of itself. I said in and of itself too many times. But, there's never been any real DLC expansion packs for Pokemon that I know of, like not real official ones. So this is very new, and the thing is, does this substitute it? Because you always had like every other generation, like Ultra Sun and Moon was so similar to Sun and Moon, but it was a whole new game still, and this is not like, this is something you add on afterwards. So I think that's an interesting discussion to have, if that's like is this the future? Is this the future?
Please have a look.
Let's look at it. I haven't seen this part. Also not surprising yet. Was he ready? Talonflame. Okay. Quickly. Because this bugged me already back when Sword and Shield came out. Is the fact that there wasn't a rooftop in one of the trailers where you saw like a little like fletching ornament thing. And there was no Talonflame in the game. I think we got it now. So that means more Pokemon? That must mean that more Pokemon in the game. I'm curious, does that mean all, or just that they take another couple hundreds and throw in? Galarian? But not showing us. Which is like teasing you. We have the Slowpoke, you can kind of see the Voltism, but nah. Oh, new hair. New hairdo. And clothing. I'm all down for that. All love a bit more customization, because I already bought all of it, so you know, I need more. Oh, she's cheap. He's almost more flashy than she was. Well, the dead thing. Then we have the campus start old AG. I mean, that's not surprising for a Jupiter Charizard. We knew they were coming. I don't mind Digimon body on top of a big fireball. That is in the Isle of Armor. Question is there a difference between the two expansion classes? What would be the other one? This looks cozy. This looks so cozy. Big rock dude. All the red rocks, yeah. Does that mean we get all legendaries or just some? Again, not really fully gotten to this point yet. Oh, that's new things. The Slowpoke that you can't see the face. The Slowpoke that you cannot see the face of. Okay, it's fine. We'll see it someday. Or later. Or someday. We get Garchomp! Woo! We all miss Garchomp. Oh. Good. Legendary Galarian. That's new, and that's interesting. That's very interesting. The Crown Tundra. I love the fact that they even begin to change legendaries. Question is, can you then only get the Galarian forms? Can you still get the Cancer forms? You may not be able to get the Cancer forms in this game. That's a new thing. I understand why that's not game footage, because he looks very furry. There'll be new Pokemon in the DLC, including something that kind of looks like a Soulspark. Like the face is kind of a Soulspark.
What did you think of this first look? The Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and the Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass will be composed of the Isle of Armor, planned to be released June 2020,
Okay.
and the Crown Tundra, planned to be released in fall 2020.
Okay, while I definitely want these right now, I think this is actually a very good decision, because if you look at a game like Pokemon, it has some really big months to begin with, and then the interest, it falls. Especially for, like, casual players. Like, obviously, if you play competitive, you usually play throughout the whole, the whole game. You keep playing it. But these small bursts of new things that you can explore, maybe a fresh breath to the game, and, like, I can definitely see this increase the longevity of these games. To keep on being interesting, even after, usually. Usually when you come to June, like, how excited are you to play a regular Pokemon game? Not particularly. If you suddenly have this, the Isle of Armor, may increase your, interest in the game.
If you buy the Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield expansion pass, you'll be able to enjoy both as they're released.
What do they cost? I think that's a real question.
Each part offers a different adventure.
And do they differ?
Where you'll be able to visit unseen areas of the Galar region and meet new people and Pokemon that live there. There are 2 versions of the expansion pass, one for Pokemon Sword and one for Pokemon Shield. Different Pokemon will appear in the different versions, and you'll also run into some different people and places. We're hoping players can continue with the classic Pokemon experience of trading with one another and working together.
You have version exclusives, of course.
Now, without further ado,
Pokemon
let's have the director himself present more information on the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra.
Yeah, let's know more.
Mr. Tani?
Let's know a bit more. See you. You should tell him in the sky and something?
Hello, I'm Tani
from
from Game Freak. I'm working as the director for the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass. The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra are in development as we speak. So today, we'd like to show off some designs and concept art to help introduce you to these new areas.
That'd be nice.
Your adventures in Galar are getting even bigger.
With the wild areas.
First, let us introduce the Isle of Armor,
Twitch.
which focuses on the theme of growth. Take a look.
Okay. So probably have they probably
The
definitely
next
have a story
destination in your adventure
arc.
is a giant island off the shores of the Galar region
Chew it.
known as the Isle of Armor. This island is full of beautiful nature. You'll find beaches,
Looks
bogs,
tropical.
forests, caves, and dunes. And of course, you'll find Pokémon that you couldn't previously find in Galar dwelling there
It
too.
seems pretty big. I hope it's big
There's a
enough that you
dojo
don't
for
feel
Pokémon
super
battles
restricted.
on this island. And you'll take up an apprenticeship under the Pokémon trainer who runs it. This is Mustard, who will become your mentor.
Call him Mustard.
He's also the mentor of Champion Leon, who you probably know quite well.
Why
In
did they
fact,
name it
Mustard has occupied the seat of champion himself in the past.
Why? Poor
You'll
soul.
also encounter new rivals among your fellow
Imagine
apprentices.
how much he was bullied
When
as a
playing
kid.
with the Pokemon Sword Expansion
Being named
Pass, you'll be training with
Mustard.
Clara, who is a Poison-type user. When playing with the Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass,
She's
you will be
toxic.
training with Avery, who
That's
is a
not the melody.
Psychic-type user. They're both training hard so they can someday have a
She's
gym
cute,
and
but
stadium
she's
to call their
toxic.
own.
Says a bit about the personality, huh?
Next, we'd like to introduce the legendary Pokemon that will be central to the story,
So all of the legendaries, some.
Cubfu.
That's a new
It's a
one.
fighting-type Pokemon
So,
that
never
strives
mind.
to become stronger with single-minded dedication. As you progress through your training, Mustard will entrust you with this Pokemon.
I mean, it looks nice.
Once you complete
I'm
your
not in
training
love, but I
together
don't
with
hate it.
Cubfu, it will be able to evolve into Urshifu. Urshifu is a Pokemon with 2 distinct styles. There is Single Strike style, a fighting and dark type style
wonder
that
if
delivers a single strike at
That
blinding
varies
speed.
between the versions? Or how
There's
they
also
make
Rapid
the split?
Strike style, a fighting and water type style that focuses on unleashing a torrent of rapid strikes.
Fighting
What's
water,
more,
that's
it's been
pretty nice.
revealed that Urshifu has a Gigantamax form.
2 different
Each
ones?
style will have a different appearance, as well
Yeah.
as a different G-Max move. You'll be able to evolve your Cubfu into an
I like that they
Urshifu
make
in one of
new-
these 2 styles, Single
that they
Strike
make
style
new
or
G-Max
Rapid
forms
Strike
actually
style
for this.
during your adventure. Urshifu is a powerful Pokemon with a brand new ability, and it also has a
Because,
new move
like-
for each of its 2 styles.
We got new Mega Evolutions in
Once you've
Omega
completed
Ruby.
your training, bring it with you for some online battles or official competitions.
So now we get new G-Max forms. That also feels quite nice.
We also want to talk about Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon,
the G-Max forms.
final evolutions of the first 3 Pokemon you team up with in the
They
Galar
definitely
region.
flesh it out a bit more.
During your adventure in the Isle of Armor, these special partners in your teams will be able to Gigantamax. You can look forward to seeing
So
their
then
new
it's a bit
forms and
silly.
new G-Max moves. And as you can see here, we've got even more in the works to make
Ooh,
sure
you
your
can make-
journey is as
ooh, you
smooth
make
and
the
fun as
Abercrombie
possible. There are new fashion items, and
Clothing,
you'll
you can
even
look
be
like
able to
Marnie if you
obtain new
want.
looks
Woo.
for your bike.
Oh, that's nice too.
We hope you'll look forward to the new
look
experiences coming in the Isle of Armor.
Okay, so the other one. That was the June one. Then we have the fall one.
Next, I'd like to discuss the Crown Tundra,
September or October.
The
Definitely
second
not
area.
November. That would seem silly.
which has a
People
theme
need to
of
have time to play it.
exploration. I'm going to show you the information we have at the moment.
This expansion is set in the
more
snow-swept
information,
realm
just
of
don't
the
want to tell
Crown
it.
Tundra. Take a look for yourself at the
Which
beautiful
you can't wait in the
scenery of
fall.
this shining, silvery landscape.
I really like
As
this
it
Tundra
turns
Crown.
out, the
It
Isle
looks
of
so
Armor
nice.
isn't the only uncharted area waiting for you all in the Gala region.
Looks very, very beautiful.
In this frigid area, with its towering winter mountains,
Let's see
people
how many
live in
people
small
get mad about
communities
tree
that
sections
support
this
and
time
rely
around.
on each other. Much like on the Isle of Armor, you'll be able to find
not real
Pokémon that
barge.
didn't appear in the
Worst
Gala
game
region
ever.
before. Fitting right in with this area's theme of exploration, there will be plenty for you to uncover. You might find a strange temple where you least expect it, or maybe spy a mysterious giant tree
That's
growing in a
such
place it
big
doesn't seem to
berries.
belong.
If that hit you in your head, you're dead.
A certain
Like, be
person
honest.
will appoint you as the leader
What
of
is
their
it in the
exploration
back? Oh,
team
I-
in the Crown Tundra.
Let's see Articuno on the sad.
You can gear up for adventure, and then head out to explore blizzard-swept fields, and even deep inside Pokemon dens,
No, I didn't see
which
it.
you could
I
only
think it's
previously
Zapdos.
get a glimpse of during Max Raid battles. Next, we'd like to
It's
introduce
Max Raid battles.
Calyrex, the legendary Pokemon you'll discover during your adventure.
AKA Storespark Chupano.
Legends say this Pokemon once ruled over a part of Galar that included the Crown Tundra. It's characterized by its graceful,
It's like
regal
a little silly,
movements.
but I actually like
Get ready
it
to
otherwise.
experience a never-before-told story about the mysteries of
It's
Calyrex.
like a grass. We
The
haven't
Crown
had too many
Tundra
of
will have a
those.
new form of co-op play as well. This will allow you and friends to enter and explore Pokemon dens that
Max
exist
raids?
underground in the Crown Tundra.
Well, that's nice. So
Deep
are
inside
they,
the
like,
dens,
wild
you may
areas?
see legendary Pokemon from past games Dynamaxing before your eyes. You'll be able to meet and make allies of
All of them?
all kinds of legendary Pokemon during your adventures in the Crown Tundra, including ones
So to those of you who really missed Landers and Tapu Koko in competitive, I guess you're sad after this. Come fall, you're so sad.
you'll be able to
I
catch
didn't personally,
through
but
this co-op play.
I think it's a nice way to do this.
It also appears that some brand new legendary Pokemon are also
That's a
waiting
red-
to be found
yeah, that's
somewhere in this land.
Both birds and Regis.
And combined with the Isle
More
of Armor,
clothing.
dozens of new clothing items will be added.
100 new. Oh,
Plus, there will be new battles waiting for you to challenge
100.
once you complete your entire game, including
Never
the
say
Isle of
lots of
Armor
cash,
and the
man.
Crown Tundra. We can't go
do
into
this.
the details of everything, but we're working on planning and developing new
That'll be
ways to
so
enjoy
cool.
Pokemon even as we speak. The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra areas themselves are actually two key examples of the things we're working on. Both areas are in fact seamless maps, much like the wild area you can already experience in the Galar region,
okay, that's nice.
where players are able to move around freely
is
and
very
control
nice.
the camera. Of course,
I love
you'll
that
be
they
able to
expand
connect
that
with
idea
other
because I
trainers and
think-
play with them too.
And I'm
There will
totally
be
going to speak
Pokemon
over like
dens
I've done
as
the
well,
whole time.
and you'll be able to engage in max raid battles
ones?
against Pokemon that haven't previously appeared in the Galar region.
Yeah.
There's more to see and do on the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra.
Yeah, I definitely like that they expand on the wild area idea because I think it worked super well in Sword and Shield itself. Like, the wild area was such a fresh breath, and it was pretty well made. I think, personally, you can disagree, it's fine. There is this thing called opinions, and they're allowed to be different. But I think it worked really well, so that them doing it here, I like it. I like that they, like, expand on that idea, because it worked so nicely.
Than there was
for the
even in
overall.
the wild area. We'll bring you more information about them in future news reports, so please
Did
stay
you then
tuned.
only get the new Pokemon in the Crown Tundra? Or do you already begin to get, like, the new old Pokemon in
What did you think?
the Isle of Armor?
We at Game Freak are all working hard to bring you new content,
No?
so you can spend more time having fun in the Galar region.
I don't know if
We
you
hope
saw
you're
that.
as
You probably
excited
did.
as we are for what's to come.
Yeah? That's probably about it.
Thank you, Mr. Tani. On the Isle of Armor, And in the Crown Tundra,
Let's see. Yeah.
you'll
Big
see some
thing,
familiar
it
Pokémon
costs.
that didn't appear in the Galar region before. There will be more than 200 Pokémon species that appear in these areas, and you can add to your team, including the legendary Pokémon mentioned before.
What did we have here to begin with? Didn't we have like 400? I don't remember. Maybe it was only 300. I don't remember that exactly. But even still, like over 200 new old Pokemon. Old new Pokemon. They're probably old new now. We are getting a pretty beefy dex, even if it's not the full national dex. That's still pretty beefy. Like getting up around like 500-600, maybe even more. Because it just says 200 plus. That could mean a lot. That could mean 289 or something like that. It could also mean literally 202. But that's a lot of Pokemon. And I see my boy Garchomp. And that makes me a little happy inside. Because I was missing him.
Additionally, we'll be distributing free updates for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield that will coincide with the releases of the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. These updates will allow people who don't have the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion pass to obtain the
So you can
Pokemon
actually,
that
like, get
appear
them
on
even
the
if you
Isle of Armor and in
But
the
you
Crown
still get the
Tundra
Pokemon
through
somehow.
other means,
That's-
such as trading.
I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because otherwise...
Players will also be able to
That would be pretty hard if you could not like get them just because you didn't buy it. You just don't get the experience of actually, playing in it, and you can't get the Pokemon yourself. But I think it's still a nice way that it's still
bring over Pokemon to their game from the
Pokemon
cloud
Home.
service Pokemon Home,
Finally.
as long as the Pokemon appear in the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion packs.
So you will be able to
Pokemon
get
Home
Pokemon
is
through
planned to
Home
launch
and
in
the
February
games.
2020.
That's pretty soon.
We intend to release even more details before then, so please
Wonder
wait just a little bit
how different
longer.
it'll be than Banked. Have to keep an eye out.
Finally, we have some more news for our Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield players. Starting today, it seems like you're more likely to run into Gigantamax Colossal,
Gotta get your
Gigantamax
wild area
Lapras,
news,
and
because
Gigantamax
these boys
Flapple or Gigantamax Appleton
I have
in
none
max
of them.
raid battles in the wild area.
have none.
Face these powerful Pokemon with your friends. There will also be a software update going live available later today. Once you've received the update, head to Wedgehurst Station. In Pokemon Sword, you'll encounter Clara, while in Pokemon Shield, you'll run into Avery. You'll also encounter a Galarian Slowpoke that's wandered in from the Isle of Armor. You can try to catch it and add it to your team. Galarian Slowpoke can evolve into Galarian
Was it fire
Slowbro
type?
if you use an item that can be found on the Isle of
Fire
Armor,
type?
or into Galarian
That's kinda cute.
Slowking if you use an item that can be found in the Crown Tundra.
Oh. Okay, so you won't
Don't
be
forget
able
to check it out.
To evolve it
What did you
for quite
think?
a while. But it's fine.
Today, we've finally been able to
It's
show
fine.
you some of what we at Game Freak are hoping to achieve going forward.
Okay, but a software update. Probably very good because there's been a lot of glitches like competitively and such, and we can hope that they fix it. Also, please fix the encounter method. Please fix the encounter method. Even though I had a lot of luck the other day, please fix the encounter method. It's kind of broken. So that would be nice. But especially like the competitive aspects, I hope they fix that in the update too, because some of them are a little bit bad. They're not game breaking, but they're pretty bad.
We hope we've been able
We
to
haven't
get
gotten
you
the price.
excited for the continuing adventures waiting for you in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. Each part offers a different adventure. We'll do our best to fill it to the brim with adventures like you've never experienced before.
Well, obviously we haven't,
Whether you're
because we
just
never had
starting with
DLC
Pokemon
before,
Sword
so,
and
you know.
Pokemon Shield, or you've done everything there is to do, we'll do our best to develop something that everyone can enjoy. Stay tuned for more updates in the future.
Price.
My thanks to everyone from Game
Wait,
Freak.
is it? Or did I miss it?
The Pokemon
Damn
Sword
commercials.
Expansion Pass and Pokemon Shield Expansion Pass,
Ugh.
which contains both the
Okay.
Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, will be available for pre-purchase.
$30. Okay. So, is that for both? Or is it for one of them? That's question number one. Like, for this, they seem to be together. And if it's $30 for both, that seems kind of fair. Like, that seems okay. Because if we assume, and we don't know, but they did compare this to the enhanced versions. If we consider these two, parts of the expansion pass to be, like, basically an enhanced version without being a new game, that seems fair. And also, let's face it, if this is a success, there's going to be more of this. And, you know, considering how many other games that use DLCs, it's not surprising that Pokemon will get to it at some point too. But I think if it's both parts for $30, that's kind of... Like, that's okay. Like, a whole new game is $60, so you can also, like, get an enhanced version that you can pay $60 for, and basically play through the same story again, so the same can happen as it did in Generation 7, where you basically had 2 identical games, and that was sad. But I am curious, because I think that's basically the end of it, right?
It's on Nintendo eShop later today.
Is that a benefit? Is that a benefit?
You'll also be able to access Nintendo eShop directly from the Pokémon Sword and Pokémon Shield menu once you install the latest update for your game. As a special purchase bonus, we've also prepared some clothing items that can be used starting today.
That's kind of cute.
Pokemon will continue to try new things in 2020 to bring fun and joy to people around the world.
This is all. Yeah, that was basically all. Okay, so the real question is, first of all, let's get a nice discussion. I don't want anyone to be mean or like negative or attack people because that sucks. But what are your thoughts on DLC in Pokemon and these expansions, like, for itself? Are you going to get them? And if you're not, or if you are, then why? I am going to get them, because especially if they're both $30, like, that's fine. I think it's also, like, a bit... Obviously, if you're a real fan of the game, then yes, you're going to buy them. But I like the idea in the sense that you can still get a, like, fully finished game and just buy, like, the Sword and Shield. But if you want to, you can, like, get the DLC and you can get even more playtime in it if that's what you want. And $30, I don't think, like... Obviously, if you're on a tight budget, that is a lot of money. But you have basically 6 months to save up, so, you know, that should be doable for most people. There are some that doesn't, and that sucks. But again, if you weren't able to do that, would you be able to afford the first game? I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this. And I disappeared because I've been talking for too long. I'm back again. I'm blue. Now I'm normal. Kind of. My definition of normal. That may vary for some. But yeah, that's basically it. We covered a lot, and I've been talking for way too long, and I kind of have to get something to drink because I'm super thirsty. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, keep it cool. Bye.